Alright, Shalom. It's your brother Yarash Amar from the GMS Champaign, Illinois branch of all things. I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Akakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and salutations to all the Akim pushing this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Alright, Shalom. And I just want to jump straight into it. You know, another beloved video from the brothers' page, Arrows of One Indignation 144. And I'm going to just jump straight into it.
The mark of the beast, straight from Revelation 13:16 to 18. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. That's 666, brother. The elites have been reverse engineering this prophecy for centuries. The mark isn't some cartoon barcode or 666 tattoo. It's a system that merges you into their beast computer. What to look for right now? Digital ID tied to your body. CBDC wallets that require biometric authentication. Your face, palm, or iris scan becomes your mark to transact. Neural interfaces. Neuralink, those brain chips they're rushing. Once it's in your forehead area, you're literally plugged into the beast system. No chip, no access to money, healthcare, or travel.
You'll be a cyborg, literally. So, yeah, there's so many things.
Before, let me grab this real quick. Habakkuk 2 and 3. I'm going to start at Habakkuk 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. All right, so, hey, if you can't see this, man, you know the spirit is just not on you. All right, you have a whole Israelite camps that just can't see what the MOTB is, man. All right, and you people are going to be caught in a storm, because you're not teaching against this. You're not spiritually preparing yourself for this. All right, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. So now we're living in times where this thing is really showing and speaking, and so much more, hey, is to come. All right, they're talking about in the next couple years, hey, they're going to be fully, switching over the currency, man. All right, the dollar, as you know it, is out of there, man. It doesn't hold the same significant power that it once did. All right, now that power has dwindled. All right, you have the BRICS nation, all these other nations that have come together to create their own currency. All right, because people are tired of dealing with America. All right, these other nations are tired of dealing with America because, the leaders over here are irrational. All right, and you can't trust America, right? They can't afford to trust America right now, so it's looking better to align themselves with what? Russia, China, India. All right, it says for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right, so this thing is gonna start rolling out. All right, you have something in the world called a term called the domino effect. All right, so you have one thing that leads to another very quickly. All right, so we're coming into that where things are just gonna start popping off, man.
It's coming down the pipeline, and that's why we're trying to help stop it.
Yeah, that was the Nokia CEO said by 2030 the people will be the smartphone. We won't be holding devices. How do you think they might be getting that technology in us? If that
Yeah, there's a few different ways. One is self-assembling nanotechnology. They have the materials already developed where you kind of inject something in lots of fragmented pieces in a liquid format, and then once they reach a certain temperature, say in the body, they can self-assemble into a workable structure. And so that's one way. Many have proposed this has happened already through food, vaccinations, or even the air. I don't know for sure if that's happened yet, but what I think the key way they'll have people install AI into their brains is marketing scams. Every single person has a smartphone because you basically need it to function in modern society efficiently. And so it's going to be the same.
Yeah, yeah, and that's pretty much, you know, some people are required to clock in with their phones. All right, you know, you pay for mobile parking with your phones. Everything has been digitalized. All right, and with everything being digitalized, that's easier for them to put you into a digital prison. All right. So this is Revelation 3:10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience." All right, and who is those who kept the word of his patience? His saints. All right, the elect. All right, the ones who were, you know, who chose to suffer for righteousness' sake. All right, and put this place to put the wants and the desire and lust and love of this world. All right, to the side, man. All right, we chose the Lord first, rather, you know, to cut off the flesh. All right, and, you know, to feed the spirit. It says, "I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world." All right, and try them that dwell upon the earth. All right, so this is the time that we're coming upon. All right, where Esau, Edom, all right, he's gonna put his system into place, and it's gonna cause people, you know, to be in a drastic state where they're totally dependent on him, and a lot of people are gonna bow the knee, all right, because food is about to get scarce, and he's going to come with a problem and also come with the solution to it. That's how he's going to get people to bow. You call it order out of chaos. All right. He makes a problem, and now, woo, what's the solution? Everybody needs to be chipped. All right. Everybody needs to be monitored to keep the world safe. All right. The scriptures say, hey, this is how he will destroy many people. Matter of fact, I'll grab that real quick. Right, 1 Thessalonians 5:3. "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." All right, yeah, so they're gonna claim that this is for your safety, this is for your peace. All right, but this is how he's gonna destroy people, and this is nothing new. All right, this has always been these devils' MO. All right. You had that in the time of Antiochus, right? Through his laws, right? What he calls in fact, I'm just gonna grab it. All right, so this is Daniel 8:24, "And his power shall be mighty, but not his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper in practice, and destroy the mighty and the holy people." All right, so this was Antiochus' epiphany, all right, during the time of the Greece. All right, but these are the descendants of those same people. All right, and the scriptures say there is nothing new under the sun. So we're seeing that same thing play out under these devils that are in rulership now. It says, "And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand." All right, so through his policies, it says, "And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many." All right, so for the quote unquote agenda of keeping you people safe, is actually going to be he's actually going to destroy, all right, a large majority of the population. It says he shall also stand up against the prince of princes, which is Yahushua, all right, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but he shall be broken without hand. All right, but hey, that's this devil MO
type of thing. These AI chips are going to put people at a high advantage through, they're going to market it as enhanced intelligence, you know, telepathic communication with other brain chip users, and they're going to say all these things, and then eventually they're going to try and make it necessary for people to have it, so they'll make it like if you didn't have a smartphone today, they'll make it like, you know, 10 years from now, if you don't have the brain chip, you know, you're not going to be able to function with everyone else. So that's, I think, how they're going to get it into people. And people will go along with it, unfortunately. People are easily tricked, as we've seen in the past 5 years. But I will not go for it. I'm not going to take any sort of biological implant. I'm not going to do it. I don't care if I would have enhanced cognition or whatever, different types of vision, infrared vision. But no, I'm not going to do it. But yeah, that's what's planned. It will be linked to 6G infrastructure, not 5G anymore. Trump signed an executive order.
All right. 1 Kings 9:18. Yet I have left me 7,000 of Israel, and 7a. The number 7 is just completion, so a complete number of Israelites. All right. All the knees which have not bowed unto Baal. All right. So, hey, this is going to be those who refuse to bow the knee to the system that comes, man, and every mouth which have not kissed him. All right. Just like times in the past. All right. Your faith is going to be tested, man. And we're going to see who's really standing for the Lord. All right. Who's really willing to tell this devil, to hell with you, do what you got to do. All right. Because, it's easy to get at lip service now. Hey, but when this thing pops off, it's going to be a very, very scary time.
A few months ago to accelerate the deployment of 6G, and in that order, it literally says one of the goals is to operate implantable technologies. So these brain chips and other AI devices will interface with 6G infrastructure, and that'll be a control system, the sort of beast control system that once you're in will be very hard to escape.
Hey, that's what we've been warning you people, man. So let me grab this other video, which just shows you what is this all leading towards, man, and how quickly it can change. Where is it at? Here it is.
On your car, so get late on your pay.
Her bill, and Tesla has a self repo. So she was at the nail shop getting her hair and her nails and her feet done, and when she looked out the nail shop window, her car was driving away. But she knows she didn't start her car. However, she did remember she didn't pay her damn car note. But how about they don't send tow trucks to pick up Teslas? The Tesla drives back to the damn place where you get it from, so her Tesla drove off. It was a self-driving repossession of her car because she didn't pay her car note. I did not know that Tesla has a self-repo with a car. If it's not paid for, the car drives back to the dealership by itself because you ain't paid your bill. That is some shit there. Like, Tesla really did a big one with that one. So, like...
Yeah, so this is that digital prison, man. All right, this is exactly what brothers are speaking of, all right? You don't pay your car note, all right? You say the wrong thing. And people, because pretty soon it's coming down to a social credit score when you see the example of that in China, where everything is monitored on what you're saying online. All right, that's why there's such a big push for this digital ID. Even with when it comes down to like the gaming atmosphere, they're trying to push laws to require you to upload your ID to be able to game, to be able to play the game. So everything's gonna be interlinked. And once you're on the opposing side of the elites, all right, they're gonna exile you from society. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. Cause you all right, this is Revelation 13. I'm gonna start at start at 14. And he deceiveth them on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had the power to do in the sight of the beast. So, through this technology, he's gonna be able to, cause certain miracles to work. All right, to happen. All right, paraplegic people being able to walk again, and blind people being able to see. As you seen in the first video, he was talking about people becoming cyborgs, all right, which is true transhumanism, all right, which is merging man with machine. That's why you seen the big push for transgender, all right. So they're trying to switch, actually change what a human being is. Actually, when they was giving people those C19s, all right, jump shots, it was actually changing your DNA structure. You have to. That's why we warn people not to take those things. And you had these other Israelite camps, hey, telling them to take it. All right, ISUPK, General Yohana, all right, telling his congregation to take the damn thing. Even Nate, all right, of IUIC said it was cool. He told a sister in his congregation, hey, to take it. These people through, man. It says, saying to them that dwell upon the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had a wound by a sword and did live. All right, and what was that beast that was wounded by the sword? Is speaking on Rome. All right, when Rome fell, what? But is yet during the Renaissance era, which the word Renaissance means rebirth. It was the rebirthing of Roman culture. All right, which eventually Britain and everything else. That's what came up out of that, and eventually, America. All right, so America is just a continuation of the old Roman society, the old Roman culture, the old Roman nation. Right, it's the same beast. It says, and he had the power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast shall be killed. All right, so eventually, he's going to be killing people, all right, for not taking his micro C hip. And that word killed can also go into being separated. So he's going to exile you from the society, man, if you're not willing to bow the knee.
Usually car lots have this mechanism where they shut the car off and then you can't drive it. But Tesla has it to where it doesn't just shut off on your ass. It drives itself back to the fucking car lot where you got it from because you ain't paid the damn car note. Ain't that some shit?
Hold on, man. You mean to tell me that Tesla, yes, the vehicle Tesla, actually has a feature on it where it repossesses itself. It repos itself, guys, if you miss your payments. You guys remember the day you go to a buy here, pay here, they put the thing on your car, so if you're late on your payment, you miss a payment, they can just cut the car off. Boom, you can't start it up until you make the payment. Tesla has a feature, man, where if you don't make your payment, the car will repo itself. The situation just happened recently where a girl was at a hair and nail salon, getting her hair done, her feet done, and her nails and everything, man. And she looked outside and seen her car moving. She knew that she didn't start the car up, so the car shouldn't have been moving. So when she ended up tracking the car ended up driving itself back to the dealership where she bought the car from. Priorities all screwed up, bro. That's why I say, man, people be out here, man, trying to front, trying to impress other people. You riding around in an $80,000, $100,000 Tesla that you can't even afford to pay. So if you can't afford to pay the car will repo itself and take itself back to the dealership. Now check this out. Not just that. If you lapse on your insurance while paying on a Tesla, and the insurance company notified Tesla that your insurance has not been paid, guess what? That car will automatically repo itself back to the dealership. Now, how embarrassing is that? Now, the lady is going to have to go to Tesla. She will have to go to Tesla.
All right, so what you're seeing is what they're going to be pushing for most cars to be pushed electric anyway, so they can have total control. All right, it just comes down to having total control over you, man. All right, that's what this devil wants. He's trying to get the blessing, all right, that he forsaked, his forefathers forsaked. All right, he's trying to get it on the left-hand side. Isaiah 14:14. I will send above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. All right. Now, Shalaki, I'm gonna start at Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut off, which didst weakest the nations? All right, because this place, America, the way it's gonna fall, man, it's gonna be great. All right. It's because this place is known for what? Going around the world and conquering everything. It says, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh, and I will set also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north." All right, over here in America. It says, "And I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." That's his whole MO, right? He wants to be God. All right, he wants to play God, man. It says, "Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell," all right, which hell is a condition, "to the sides of the pit." All right, so he's about to go into a very, very low place, man. Esau's about to go back to being the base of men, which he still is, but the Lord has allowed him to have rulership, right? It says, "They that see them shall narrowly look unto thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?" All right, that's how lowly he's going to be once Yahweh Shah comes back and establishes rule upon the planet Earth, right? Through the Father, right? He's going to establish rule under Yahweh Shah, then King David and the 144,000. All right, so that's what we're waiting upon. But I think I'm gonna end it right there. And Lord willing, this was edifying for the elect's sake. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Until next time, Akim Shalom.